Alright, so the K20 Coupe is probably one of the most random builds that went from zero to hero very quickly on the channel, and the original plan was to drive this thing until the engine blew up. Now the reason why I say that is because testing this car, it had oil pressure that was all over the place, and I came to the conclusion it was cheaper to stop wasting days trying to figure out what was going on and just let it blow up because these engines are so cheap. But we've got a new plan now, so this engine's gotta come out. Now another factor in, God, that's so loud. Now another factor in why we're doing this is obviously the whole car got repainted with the engine bay. I left to last because I thought that this might be happening because this obviously doesn't look as good as the rest of the car. I want to see some guesses because if you're smart and you know the Honda world, there's only one reason why I would want to remove this engine before it blows up. Probably guess what's going in this next. But if you're not a Honda guy, you probably wouldn't guess it. I should also mention that we have a very extremely adventurous timeline to try to get this entire thing stripped by the end of the day, so it may get a little chaotic, forewarning. Now I'm terrified of scratching up the fresh new paint because it's absolutely beautiful. So Josh is gonna come by and help remove the body panels since he's the one that put them on with Ray. And in the meantime, I'm gonna start draining all the fluids. That way I can start pulling stuff out from the top. It's funny because every car ends up getting this treatment, right? We get it and it's like, oh, it's just gonna be a beater. The next thing you know, after I was painting, I'm like, oh, I should really care about this thing. It's like the CRX. Once we put nice paint on it, it turned into a nice car. Until it got crashed inside of my house.
Maybe CRX V2?
No.
Gives you a reason to? Maybe?
No. We've got Honda at home.
We've got Honda at home.
Stripped it. I don't know if we'll be giving it the LZ treatment when it comes to exhaust, but upon quick inspection, we got a V-band, not really V-banded anymore. 1 muffler, 2 muffler, 3 mufflers, 4 mufflers, bro. That's the craziest system I've ever seen. This thing's gotta weigh so much.
Probably.
Is a straight piped Honda really that loud?
Yes. It's
like
bad.
that bad?
It's very bad.
The drag racers don't use them. They just go out the side. That's the biggest oil drain bolt I've ever seen. There's such a big pan for it to still have oil starvation issues.
I know.
Looks like pretty fresh oil. I should have saved it. Wow, that was loose. Are you rolling? That's a problem. My radiator drain was loose. I'm glad I caught that. See, the nice thing is I'm gonna touch everything on the car by doing this. Otherwise, I would have had no reason to touch everything, and every time I go drive it, I would have been running into this or that being loose. But once I've touched everything, then it'll be loose because of me, rather than because of the last guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, I definitely should have undone the radiator cap. God, why are you right? Nothing's coming out.
I worked at Mobley.
Tell me when you're cracked. You open?
I'm open.
Mike, you're blocking the shot.
Oh, God.
Oh, whoa. Whoa, that is going way farther than I expected. Why is it shoot? There's oil mixing with it. Mike, help. You're not helping.
What do I do in this
Oil's
situation?
mixing with the coolant. We got a blown head gasket, boys. Wow, what a crazy epidemic. Why didn't I put this on a table?
I don't know.
I swear I got coolant inside the engine.
Probably.
It sprayed into the oil hole. I should also mention I screwed my back up earlier today on a very dumb photo shoot.
It was very important.
It was important, but there was no reason for me to try to be holding up something very heavy with one hand. And now I'm gonna be moving much slower throughout this video than I would be otherwise. It's nice that this isn't like a stock car because the engine bay is crazy simple and very easy to access things. As I kind of go through the car, I'm going to find things that are either loose or that needs to get upgraded or replaced. Right off rip with our new engine plans, these cooling fans probably aren't going to cut it, so we'll need to do some sort of upgrade to either some brushless fans or some bigger race fans. Has anyone guessed the engine yet? Comment in the description. Oh no, oh, I did so good. Bracket, not LZ spec. Don't like that. This is supposed to be a quick in and out job, and I don't think it's gonna be already.
What makes you think that?
There's just, I can't put a bracket like that back in.
Yeah.
The car's paint's too nice. This is what happens. I actually do like this catch can a lot. It's weird that it's like mounted kind of strange, but it's a nice big unit, probably bigger than I'll ever need to be, but it's mounted nicely. Just might need to redo some of the angles of these hoses with the TPS and everything going on. Jimmy Marsh says that robs horsepower, and then I should move this line.
Really?
Yeah, as silly as it looks, just having like a little line in front of the, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I feel like I've done my fair share of S chassis at this point. Damn, is a heater core hooked up on this? That's kind of crazy. Joshua Morales in La Casa. La coche no funciona para nada y él está aquí para ayudar con destrucción del coche. Michael, ¿cámara recordarse?
Sí.
Gracias. Hey, Jan, can you look at this for me? I hope I'm not crazy. This looks like a brake line, right?
Yeah, that is a brake line.
Why is it grounded to the block?
It's not grounded to the block, it's T-clamped to the block, so it's then head to header. I think that Owen, not Owen.
Oh, you're right. It looked like a ground going to the block. I was like, am I crazy? Well, that sucks because now I got to remove the header in order to get the engine out. Now, so I'm calling him back up. Get over here.
Why are you all watching like that?
Get over here. I need help. Cause I hurt my back this morning.
Spinal.
Yeah, I need your help at least with the inside like brake booster. I got almost everything else out. Easiest header I've ever taken off. To be fair, this might be the only header I've ever taken. Oh, I've taken off headers. I got Porsches. Look, every single bolt I was able to get a wrench to.
Yeah.
Pretty sick, right? Wait for it. Snap. I'd be asking for that. Oh. God damn, that's heavy. I would really like to say that we won't need this where we're going. Did I just drop a hint? Funny, dude. V-bend on a stock header. I think she's almost ready to come out. I really hope it's as easy going in as it is coming out. I say collectively there's probably 3 hours that we had in this car. We just got a little ping-balled all over the place.
Yeah, I hate when we get ping-balled.
I remember it's like a great giant mystery what these things do, but your car doesn't ever work without it.
What is it?
I don't know. It's just it's a every S chassis thing.
Just a
Someone has to know by now at this point in time.
Just
These
a-
cars are so old.
car no work or work relay.
Yep. It's really overwhelming with all the wires and things. That body work's just gonna come right off. Yeah.
That's the backyard special.
Yep. We'll get it right. I believe in the boys.
Yeah.
I got a great idea. We could work out a deal where you help me remove the harness and you get the lift.
No, just take that
Pretty good deal.
That's what I knew you were gonna say. And I was
Oh, are
gonna
you
say
rolling?
it, But it's not happening.
I was thinking that maybe
Oh,
we
fuck
could
this
maybe
guy,
we
go
could
home.
we could drive on Saturday, but
Wait,
if I
what?
don't get this harness out today, I don't know if we're gonna be able to drive on Saturday.
I'm driving without you. That's what I'm here to ask.
I don't know. I talked to the guy that runs the place, and he said maybe that's not a good idea.
I really don't want to have to put in overtime just to get some laughs, you know? Fuck.
We have a crisis with cabs.
Do we? Are you captain right now?
I ain't capping.
You know, Summit
ain't got no
sells them.
caps.
You can buy
Yeah.
a whole set.
Yo,
from
Amazon sells them
Oh, they do. They
for
probably-
$8 $8
Get like
a
5,000 of them.
I'm starting to think maybe this was a power wire based on the amount of
That's what
tape
I'm
on it.
saying.
Sean told you.
Wait, did you unplug the battery?
Yeah.
No, we didn't at first, and it was sketchy. See, what I'm doing, Sean, is like I'll take them apart, all the rat and then I'll put a bolt in the rat That way, when I go to put it back in, I could redo the rat
No.
Where if I just let them all loose, it'd be like, what's a power? What's a ground? What does this go to?
No cap.
Come on, Colette, you should be used to this. This is every RX-7 is like this. Nothing
No
yours, just in
cap.
general. RX-7s are built like this.
Mine are pretty bad. Mine's
cap.
probably worse.
Hey, when are we going to dinner?
Now.
Did you decide on a place?
Your team over there tried to steal our welding gas, and I shut that shit down.
Yeah, he lit them up. He went over there.
We have a Pro 1 car
I
being
was
built.
literally welding.
A Pro 1 car. You think we give a about your FC
Okay, now
for hot pit? Hey, hot pit.
No, we don't. You like hot pit.
See, yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
Jeff. I don't know what's gotten into him.
We don't with them.
Yes, you do. And actually,
Oh, I
because
pushed the
because
grommet
of
in the
you,
hole.
It's now TIG welded, so thank you.
If I forget where that grommet is in the next video, remind me I pushed it in the hole.
Okay.
I hope that's not a power.
It is a power wire.
Definitely was.
What's wrong with
You
it?
attach the battery, starts on fire.
Oh, that would happen, huh? Don't do that.
Yeah.
So, I'm making good progress, actually.
Except for the wires.
Yeah, the part that
Oh, I'm out of here.
I don't
That's
know.
the part that no one wants to do, honestly.
Literally.
If anyone ever asked you to describe Adam LZ in 2 words, wait, no, I need more words than that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, paints his car, drives it once, decides to pull engine out
Yep.
for spicy engine. Can I turn?
Yeah, you can turn.
That's gonna not be fun.
We're gonna need to jack the front up and swing it.
Or I move the chase.
True. There's also that. This video is very unhinged, if you guys can't already tell.
You know what else is unhinged?
What?
My hood.
Your engine.
No, my hood.
Yeah.
Get it?
That's true.
Look at-
That's
oh,
technical.
sorry.
Ho, ho, ho.
Crunch.
Shut up!
Do not disturb is a thing.
My phone's perpetually do not disturb.
Yeah. Oh, we're actually drifting. That's cool. It's not in gear, right?
Parking brake's not up, right?
You know.
Sure.
Yeah, it's down.
Check.
It's down. It's down.
It's that B-knuckle, dude.
The B knuckle, the thick boy tires. Maybe
Broken
it's
back. Hello, hit me. We'll go over underneath my wheels and car to Rio's garage section sale in here. What are we gonna use? How about engine cleaner? Even though it's not an engine, it's an engine bay. Engine cleaner from Rio's garage works great. It's available at LZMFG and gets you entered for a chance to win my Yellow Eagle 5 and money, but I don't remember how much because yep. Squirt, 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 sports car, sports car, sports car, sports car, sports car, sports 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 car, sports 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 car, sports car. Sports car. No. It's either from not good prep or it's from brake cleaner, brake fluid leaking. I think it's good enough from here. I had an agreement with the boys. I said I'd hand deliver it to them first thing Monday morning, degreased, stripped, ready to go. We accomplished all but that, and we're pretty much running out of time, but Sean said he'll take care of the wiring stuff because that could get kind of hairy, taking apart all the fuse boxes and stuff. The goal for this is to have it back together, painted, with its new engine, running, tuned, and drifting by the end of next week. Look, if anyone can do it, I think we could definitely do it. But it's gonna be one of those things where, like, everything needs to happen and fall in place. But it's nice to have goals. Otherwise, like, this could take months if I didn't care. But
Yeah.
this is like one of those things. I'm really excited about it. A window of time opened up because we're waiting on other things for other projects. So I'm like, I'm gonna dive headfirst into this engine bay, and it's gonna hurt. Now, when it comes to painting the engine bay, Ray actually had an interesting idea, and that was to do a two-tone engine bay paint, the same style as the seafoam and gray on the car. At first, I was like, nah, that's weird. But looking at this shot when editing the video, it reminded me that because this car's NA, you can actually see the lower cross member through the bumper, which kind of looks weird, being a lighter color in a darker area. So we're gonna call up the OEM Plus master himself and get his opinion, because there's many different ways to go about this. Yo, I'm filming you right now, heads up, don't say anything bad.
Okay, I won't say anything about that secret you told me.
All right, so talk to me about the cross member. I know OEM cars have the lower part black, right?
It's just like oversprayed. So I think, but then they overspray the paint on. So I'll show you. Like my car's on the rotisserie right now, so you can see white on it. But do you see how like bad it is? Yeah, like on 34 GTRs, and I've seen it a lot where like they just like hose the whole bottom bar black. But on white cars, it's always kind of oversprayed.
What do you think about doing some sort of two-tone thing on this? I was thinking about it, but like where to draw the line would be, I feel like it would look good on that lower cross member, but I'm worried about the frame rail. If in the engine bay, that would look weird, having like the side of the frame rail be that color.
So you see, like, hold on, let me zoom in on mine because that's all I can see. You see, like, that line just above the frame rail, like, there?
Yeah.
I would do the whole frame rail, the gray, and then from that line up the teal. Just because then you can just line it, like, to the radiator support and, like, see this seam?
Yep.
I would stop it there or maybe, like, somewhere up here. I like lines. Like,
Next question is, what do I do about these uprights? Because then it's like, do I have a hard line on the uprights, or do the uprights get the entire gray color? Because there's no seam on those.
So personally, I would keep, because you want behind the headlights to be green, I would think. I would just find a line on the uprights and just keep the headlight buckets green. I'm curious what your guys' opinion is. The general consensus between me and Tommy, and kind of where I'm at right now, even though I started with wanting to do just everything seafoam green, I'm thinking about putting a line somewhere along here. Not sure if I'll do it here, if I'll do it here, but I'm thinking of doing the lower frame rail in the gray and then that lower section gray so it kind of blends into the bumper. But I am curious what you guys think. Now, a couple of things I want to end this video with. One is a massive thank you to you guys. We had our drop on Friday of that new metal hoodie, the new 964 gear, and I appreciate all the support. We still have some pieces left, so if you want to check out all the new stuff, I'll put a link in the description. Two funny stories. One, driving this car down the road, I'm like hypersensitive to noises, and I heard this like little rattle, weird thing going on, turned the music down, didn't think much of it, and of course, we wind up in a conversation. I was out to dinner with Chelsea, and I was like, you know, one of these days, I'm gonna break down, and then I'm gonna have to call you to come pick me up on the side of the road. And I think it was subconsciously because I was obsessing on the drive to dinner of what was making noise on this thing. Sure enough, I pull into the compound, coolant's going everywhere, and guess what happened? There's 3 bolts that hold on this little auxiliary fan. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but it looks like they backed out or maybe rattled out. And then that fan sliced the radiator, sprayed coolant everywhere, but it happened literally right as I was pulling into the compound. Now, fingers crossed, the engine's not hurt. Obviously, when that happens, you lose coolant. The engine was super hot, but I was also just cruising. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I just don't know how long it was low on coolant, when it actually happened, but I feel like I would have smelled it or noticed it. So fingers crossed that this car's not hurt, because if it is, then that probably means this car's gonna escalate and it's gonna get an extra spicy motor. We got a lot of other projects going on, so I really hope it's okay. I'm not 100% certain on the wheels or color choice for this car yet, but we're experimenting and I think we're heading in the right direction. Can't remember if I showed you guys how good the calipers came out after we refinished them with the color match logos, but I think it's gonna look pretty sweet
I'm stoked. This thing should be nearing completion in the next couple weeks, so that's something to look forward to on the channel. It's coming out amazing. Next week's gonna be the big week of fab with Johan, where he gets to do all his titanium goodies. It's nice seeing this car back with bumpers and fenders on it because it's starting to look like a real car again. Now this is the last big thing I want to show you guys that I'm really excited about, and I'll explain why. This is my home garage that's been under the process of a small renovation. We got the doors painted that used to be beige, the walls are all painted, some new lights from Obsessed Garage, and I finally got the Swiss tracks back in here that have been missing because we took them out when we undid the home renovation. I ordered some more to finish off the space, that way the whole garage can be dialed in, but the idea behind this place is to allow me to take on some more, I don't want to say long-term projects, but one of the things that's driving me nuts is the black bars that I get when filming in here. So I got to look into that and figure that out. Comment below if you know what the solution is. A lot of times I want to work on something and take my time, but I run into the challenge of having a lot of things that are going on in the middle of the day. So I have to kind of work in small spurts, and I hate leaving things blown apart in the shop if it's a long-term interior project or something that requires a lot of space. So the idea is for those projects, kind of things that I would have done in my home garage in the last house, to have this space and kind of reserve this area for those small little projects. That way, if I got a car and I want to mess with the interior, I can have a small shop space to work in. Man, those black bars are going to be really annoying. I gotta figure that out. I think it's something to do with the LED lights. Chill work environment, no interruptions, and I can leave a mess and it doesn't get in anyone's way. That's the idea. I'm excited for it. Hopefully some cool content will come out of this area this year too. A lot of little stuff like this, I feel like I could have been including in the videos, but I get torn because I've been trying to do more of a topic-based approach this year instead of my typical ADD videos that are like this, that, this, that, this, that, and you never really see anything get completely done. It's been a big shift, but the views and your guys' feedback seems to be enjoying how we've been structuring things. Just have a hard time figuring out where little projects like this and other things fit in. So anyway, always looking forward to your guys' comments, feedback, suggestions, and I will see y'all soon.